I'm doing pop culture, entertainment, things like that, also following Marilyn Manson when I can. News came out from Rolling Stone not too long ago that Manson has someone else accusing him now, but what they didn't mention is this person has been online for a long time saying stuff about Manson once again with no evidence, and Manson's lawyer addressed it. So this here is from Marilyn Manson Uncanceled, who says Marilyn Manson's attorney, Howard King, has issued the following statement regarding the latest Jane Doe Bianca Elaine case. Howard King, an attorney for Manson, called the allegations in the lawsuit vicious lies and said his client will not submit to this shakedown. Brian Warner does not know this individual and has no recollection of ever having met her 28 years ago. 28 years ago. He certainly was never intimate with her, King said in a statement. She has been shopping her fabricated tale to tabloids and on podcasts for more than 2 years, and it looks like she hit Rolling Stone. And they said, okay, an allegation against Marilyn Manson from 28 years ago? No evidence, no proof, no nothing. Sounds good. We're Rolling Stone. We'll print that. Sure, why not? We used to do music, but now we do tabloid rumors, allegations, and anything that might get a click or get some ads on the publication. But that's my silly opinion about Rolling Stone. Let's see what else we got. And here's a variation of the statement. It appears that Manson's lawyer was actually replying to the article in Rolling Stone. And this article, by the way, had nothing but negativity and implication that since this is a lawsuit, maybe it's true. In a statement to Rolling Stone, Warner's attorney, Howard King, says Warner does not know this individual and has no recollection of ever having met her 28 years ago. And here, he doesn't say vicious lies, he says fabricated tale. He adds, even the most minimal amount of scrutiny reveals the obvious discrepancies in her ever-shifting stories as well as her extensive collusion with other false accusers. Brian will not submit to the shakedown and the courts won't fall for it either. A substantial part of the lawsuit claims that Warner's record labels were well aware of defendant Warner's obsession with sexual violence and childhood sexual assault. Marilyn Manson was Nine Inch Nails frontman Trent Reznor's first signing to his Nothing Records imprint, which was subsidiary of Interscope. So I guess the important thing here is that if the record company knew about anything, they could testify. They should know about it. But even if they testify, it's all 28-year-old memory at this point. There's nothing to go by but thin air with this stuff. April here says this claim 28 years ago will need some major proof beyond a concert ticket, i.e., a witness of her even getting on the bus, may not even be enough. Emails of letters, pictures, so forth, since it has become so well known that others were looking for stories. You get a heart. Good point. Maybe she's got some kind of memorabilia from the 90s, from that time, a ticket, who knows, something like that. She went to a concert. He had thousands, tens of thousands, probably even hundreds of thousands of people at his concert when you put it all together, or excuse me, concerts when you put it all together. So, of course, some people have tickets left over and stuff like that. That doesn't mean you met him. That doesn't mean he actually assaulted you. That means you saw his show. I saved tickets. I've seen Paul McCartney. Did I meet him? Of course not. I wish. And Tiffany reminds us this person has a patron, by the way, and a podcast. Just because you have platforms doesn't necessarily mean you're doing it for money, but you should have some way to back up your word, or you're just creating rumors, misinformation, clickbait, whatever you want to call it. You got to have a source. You got to have some kind of foundation to what you're talking about. Anyway, here's Marilyn Manson Uncanceled. Want to give another shout out to the Manson cases. Lisa, by the way, she helps me a lot behind the scenes. Maybe check out her channel. She'll be linked below. I'm on Twitter too. Maybe give me a follow. Almost at 3,000. Got a little more to go. I guess at this point, I'll get it pretty soon. If you're not subscribed to the channel, subscribe here. If you don't subscribe, I'll be pretty sad about it, but I'll get over it. Done here for now. One last thing. My video on the actual article, in which I pretty much read the whole thing, will also be linked down below. That's it. Rant over. We're done.